Hello, and welcome to the third module on the GeoTracker Vapor Intrusion database of the technical presentation series for the draft supplemental guidance, screening and evaluating vapor intrusion. I am Tina Uris with the State Water Resources Control Board, Division of Water Quality, and a member of the Cal EPA Vapor Intrusion Work Group. This module will cover the following topics: background information for the database, criteria and goals, a brief description of GeoTracker and the electronic submittal of information portal, the vapor intrusion database, an online tour of the expanded capabilities and new features in the electronic submittal of information portal, future GeoTracker trainings, and additional resources for GeoTracker. As part of the supplemental guidance document, the Cal EPA Workgroup identified the need for a database to collect data to help us all understand how factors influence vapor behavior. The workgroup looked for a database with the following criteria. It needed to be easily accessible by the public, stakeholders, and agencies, be representative of vapor data statewide, and house the data collected during site investigations. The workgroup also needed a database that would achieve these goals. Capture factors impacting vapor behavior, such as building types and characteristics, address spatial and temporal variations, and develop a California-specific vapor intrusion evaluation criteria based on the data collected. The workgroup selected GeoTracker for the vapor intrusion database. GeoTracker is the state and regional water boards' data and case management system for tracking the progress of a cleanup site that impacts or have the potential to impact the environment and human health in California. It houses records and data sets in a map view that the public, stakeholders, and agencies can all easily access. GeoTracker has 3 portals. The public portal is used by everyone to access information. The regulator portal is used by agencies for case management, and the electronic submittal of information portal is used by responsible parties for uploading information. The electronic submittal of information portal, also referred to as ESI, is used by assigned ESI users, which are either the responsible party or their authorized agent, to upload information electronically, such as lab analytical data, reports, work plans, correspondence, and other documents. The data uploaded in this portal is quality assured and quality controlled by the labs and consultants submitting the data and by the caseworker accepting the data through the regulator portal. The vapor intrusion database shown here was designed in the ESI portal to support the implementation of the supplemental vapor intrusion guidance and store valuable data as it is accumulated. The workgroup drafted the guidance on uploading vapor intrusion information into GeoTracker as a how-to document with step-by-step instructions on where to find and how to use the expanded capabilities and new features in the ESI portal. This how-to guidance is attachment 4 in the draft supplemental guidance. It is posted on the State Water Board webpage, and it is available for comments during the public comment period. Please provide us feedback, as the workgroup would like to continue to improve the capabilities and features. This how-to guidance is a living document, and the workgroup will continue to update it as necessary to support the database. Shown here is a screenshot of the Edit Field Points feature in the ESI portal. One of the capabilities that was expanded is the field point class. These classifications define the sample media. Prior to expanding capabilities, vapor samples were classified as a vapor or ambient air sample. Now, vapor sample media can be further defined as sewer air gas, crawlspace air, indoor air, or sub-slab soil vapor. These added classifications will help with evaluating vapor intrusion behavior. Shown here is a screenshot of a new feature in the ESI portal. This new feature is the Vapor Intrusion Building Profile and was created to house the metadata information collected in the field using the building survey form, attachment 5 in the draft supplemental guidance. This feature also lets us link field point samples to a specific area of interest within a building. The building profile consists of 3 sections. The first section is the building information specific to a building. There are drop-down and fill-in options. For example, building design, building occupants, and HVAC system. Descriptions of these options can be found in Table 1 of the How-To Guide. The metadata helps us understand how building characteristics affect the behavior of vapors. The second section, Co-located Field Points, links co-located field points by sample media to an area of interest within the building. For example, samples collected in a bathroom, the area of interest, can be linked to its co-located indoor air sample and subslab soil vapor sample using the drop-downs. Only a sample that was assigned that classification in the Edit Field Points page will be an option in the drop-down. This section helps us evaluate how vapors are potentially migrating into a building. The last section is the building outline. This represents the spatial attributes for the building. The information in a building profile provides essential metadata for the database and is key to helping us understand the factors that influence vapor behavior. The database needs ESI users and vapor data to be successful in accumulating valuable information. Some of the vapor data is required by California Code of Regulation Title 23. This includes setting up existing and new field points with the correct field point classification and submitting the lab analytical data electronically for those field points. The draft supplemental guidance recommends creating building profiles and linking co-located field points to areas of interest within the building to support the required information. Let's take an online tour of the expanded capabilities and new features in the ESI portal. Please bear with me as this will be a brief tour, and if you are not familiar with the portal, you may have trouble following. Future trainings will be shared after the tour. A disclaimer about the site shown during the tour. The information is not real and was created for demonstration and training purposes only. Here is the GeoTracker ESI login page. Once we are logged into the portal, you can see there are many tools for a user. For this tour, we will only view the expanded field points in the VI building profile. First, let's check out the expanded field points. To do this, under the Tools menu on the left-hand side, we will navigate down to Edit Field Points. This will display a list of assigned sites to the user for editing field points. Select the site to take you to the Edit Field Points page. Now we see the list of field points for the test site. This is where a user has the capability to edit existing field points and add, upload, or download field points. The second column is the field point classification. It has a drop-down menu with a list of all sample media. Previously, vapor sample was the only option for vapor media. Now we can further define the sample media into crawlspace air, indoor air, sewer air gas, and subslab soil vapor. Assigning the appropriate field point class to a sample point will help us with evaluating vapor intrusion investigations. Let's continue on the tour and go check out the new feature, VI Building Profile. Back under Tools on the left-hand side, navigate down to the Other Tools and select Enter Edit VI Buildings. This will display a list of the facilities assigned to the user for editing vapor intrusion building profiles. Select the site to view its vapor intrusion database. Here is an example of a vapor intrusion database for the test site. This page shows the building information and building outline for each VI building profile. On this page, the user has the capability to add, edit, or delete a VI building profile. Let's walk through adding a new VI building. Here we see the 3 sections of a VI building profile: the building's specific information, the co-located field points, and the building outline. Let's start with the building information. The name of the building is Tour. This building is an off-site building because it is outside the site footprint. The building was originally built in 1950, and the building design is an auditorium. The building occupants are commercial. The foundation type is a basement. The ceiling height is 12 feet, and there is just one floor. The VI mitigation is none, and the HVAC system is heating and cooling. The building area is 1,200 square feet. For descriptions on these drop-down and fill-in options, please refer to Table 1 in the GeoTracker How-To Guidance. Now that the building information is complete, let's move on to co-locating field points. Start by identifying the areas of interest within the building where samples were collected. For this building, samples were collected in the bathroom. We will link this area to the co-located indoor air and subslab samples using the drop-down menu to select the associated field point. Link additional field points to these areas as appropriate. For example, we can link the ambient air sample to the bathroom as it was collected at the same time as the indoor air sample. We can also add additional areas of interest for a building as necessary. Please note a field point will only populate in the field point classification that it was assigned to in the Edit Field Points page. New and existing field points will need to have the correct field point classification to complete this section. This section of the building profile will be helpful in evaluating how vapors are potentially migrating into the building. Lastly, outline the building. Once all three sections are complete, the building is ready to be added to the database for the site. Now we can see the tour's building information is added to the list, and the building outline and name are displayed on the map. The VI building profile is a useful tool for understanding the factors that affect vapor behavior. This concludes the online tour of the expanded capabilities and new features. For additional information, please refer to the GeoTracker How-To Guide. Future GeoTracker trainings will be available this summer as webinars. The public training is for anyone to attend. The focus will be on the ESI portal and uploading vapor intrusion information. There will also be training for agency staff. The focus will be on how the ESI and regulator portal communicate and reviewing vapor intrusion information. No dates have been scheduled yet. Once dates are set, they will be posted to the State Water Board webpage, and an email notification will go out through the vapor intrusion email listserv. Here are some additional resources to help with GeoTracker. For general GeoTracker help, please contact the GeoTracker Help Desk at geotracker@waterboards.ca.gov or 866-480-1028. For vapor intrusion GeoTracker help, please contact me, Tina Uris, at tina.uris@waterboards.ca.gov or 916-341-5749. This concludes the third module of the technical presentation series for the draft supplemental guidance, screening and evaluating vapor intrusion. Thank you for watching.